everyone! Welcome back to Clueless Crafts. Today we're going to be making a pumpkin patch for the Halloween season. So if you want to make one of your own, then keep watching. Alright, so first off we're going to take some orange clay and we're going to roll it into a bunch of balls in different shapes. And start with one and flatten it out a bit, and take a flat tool and create little pie slices into it all the way around. And you're going to want to push into the clay, not drag, because we don't want to take any of the clay away, we just want to push it in. We just want to make an indent for the ridges on the pumpkin. Now we're just going to take a little bit of brown clay and roll it out into a cone and cut off the end to create a flat base. And we're going to place that right on top of our pumpkin and curve it. And you're going to create as many pumpkins as you want. I created 6. Next, with some dark brown clay, we're going to roll it out flat and cut it into a rectangle shape and clean up the edges. Then using a toothbrush or even aluminum foil, we're going to roll out some texture onto it so it looks more like dirt. I also made some trenches with another tool just to create a little bit of detail. Though this isn't necessary because you don't really end up seeing it that much in the final product. Now with a clay extruder, I'm putting some green clay in and extruding very thin logs of clay, and we're going to take that and roll it out even further into the vines we're going to use for the pumpkin. Now if you don't have a clay extruder, then it really doesn't matter. I just wanted to start off with the thin base so it would be less work for myself. But obviously you can just roll out thin pieces with your hand. And once you have all of your green vines rolled out, then we're going to just take them and split them into smaller pieces and drape them over the dirt. And once you're happy with where the vines are, you're going to take some liquid Sculpey and we're going to glue all of our pumpkins down. And your pumpkin patch may look as ugly as mine do, but that's okay because we won't be seeing. Once all of the pumpkins are placed, I'm just taking some additional green vine and draping them over top of the pumpkin, curving them slightly. I'm also taking a few tiny pieces of the green clay and making leaves to add to the vines. I'm just using a toothpick to attach it to the pumpkin and the pumpkin stems. And once you have everything placed where you want it, we're just going to clean up the sides of the dirt to create a straighter rectangle. And it's ready for the oven. While our pumpkin patch is baking, let's create a fence for it. So I'm just taking some popsicle sticks and staining it brown with some brown paint watered down with water. And once your popsicles are dry and your clay is baked, then we're just going to trace out the base of the pumpkin patch onto a piece of paper, and I'm using that as my measuring guide of where I need to cut the popsicles out. So I'm just marking on the popsicles where I need to cut it, cutting them out, and repeating for all of these sides of the pumpkin patch. You can also use the pumpkin patch as your measuring tape, but I figured this would be easier. Now once all your pieces are cut, I'm just using some hot glue to attach them together. You can use regular glue, but this is a quicker fix, and I'm not one for patience. And once all of the corners are glued together, I'm just taking 2 extra pieces and gluing it in the center. That way the pumpkin patch will sit higher on the fence and it'll look like it's flush with the top. This of course is optional, but I feel it creates a more finished looking end. With some additional popsicle sticks, I'm just writing out a sign for my pumpkin patch, as I thought it would be a cute little detail to add. Then I'm just taking an additional longer popsicle stick, hot gluing it to the back of it. Once you have these signs glued onto the side of the planter, then all you need to do is just plop the dirt patch into the planter and you are done. And this is the final product. Hopefully you enjoyed watching and maybe you're inspired to make one of your own. And if you have any other suggestions on what you want to see next, then just let me know down in the comments below and I'll be sure to listen. But other than that, hope you guys have a great rest of your day and I'll see you all later. Bye!